So,
Imagine yourself at the base of a mountain in a foreign country. It's blizzarding. It's about 10 degrees outside. You can't see 3 feet in front of you. Every thought in your head is telling you to turn around, and every feeling in your heart is telling you to keep going. Now, about 2 days before I found myself in this situation, my roommate and I decided to make the journey to Slovenia, summit their sacred mountain, and achieve Slovenian manhood. Now, I knew that this trip was going to be very physically demanding, but I severely underestimated the mental toll that it was going to take on me. So to start this story, we drove through the middle of the night. We slept in our car at the base of the mountain for about an hour, and we started walking at about 4:30. About an hour into the hike, we stopped. We kind of looked at each other and said, we think we might deserve a break. Maybe we should stop for a second and hang out, take off some layers. It was getting hot, so we stopped. And on this hike, we were not prepared. We only brought apples, peanut butter, little Cocoa Puff looking protein cereal, like a big Ziploc bag of it. And so we stop, set our bag down like this, start taking off some layers. We're talking, we're excited, we think we're doing a great job. All of a sudden, I start to hear this rustling sound right about here. I turn around, and I see that our bag had just tilted right over. All of our food is sliding down this icy hillside, just gone into the abyss. And this was when I knew that this was not going to be an easy trip. We had some discussions, like maybe this isn't for us. We weren't too far up there yet. We decided, let's keep going, see how it is. It was a 22-mile hike round trip, and usually you do it for over 2 days. Um, we had class the next day. It was last year when I was studying abroad. So the next thing that happened to us was when we were walking up, there was a man walking down the hill the way that we were headed, and in very broken English told us, you guys should not go this way. It's very dangerous, it's very slippery, and you guys are obviously not equipped to do this. We're just wearing like regular hiking boots. We stopped and we kind of had the same discussion. Should we stop? Should we turn around? It's a very unmarked trail. Any wrong turn really could have ended very poorly for us. But we decided to keep going. We knew that there was a cabin at some point. We didn't know how far away it was, but we knew that eventually we'd reach a cabin. We found pictures of it on the internet, and we decided that we were going to at least make it there. And we kept going up. We made it to the cabin, and logically we knew that we should turn around because the cabin is right at the bottom of the summit, where it turns from a walk to a climb. And it was late October. The weather was pretty treacherous. Not a good time to be doing this. So we kind of had a discussion where, hey, like, we kind of told some people we're going on this hike, and we could just say that we finished. No one would know. It wouldn't make any difference. But it would make a difference to us because we knew that not pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone far enough would definitely weigh heavy on our hearts. And I knew that the greatest struggle of this would be getting out of my own head. So we decided to do it. And I mentioned earlier about Slovenian manhood, and you're probably wondering, what is that? What does that even mean? Why are you talking about that? So in this cabin, there's a man who lives there, and every morning he walks up the summit of the mountain, and he sits in his chair, and he has a whip. It's about 3 or 4 feet long, and he sits in his chair, and he sits right outside the storm shelter. The storm shelter is like about this big. So when you get to the top of the mountain, you walk over to the storm shelter, see the man sitting there. And you kind of go halfway and halfway out with your head in. The man stands up, and he gets it 3 times. right on the bottom. And this is the official initiation into Slovenian manhood. So this was the proudest moment of my life. I mean, I was like, this is amazing. I am a Slovenian man. I don't know anyone else who could say that in my life. So the glory I felt was just unmatched. I was so proud of this achievement that the very next day I walked into the tattoo shop and I got the words Mushki Človek tattooed on my foot, which translates to manly man in Slovenian. We consulted one of our friends who speaks Slovenian. It's a pretty dead language actually, but we decided that it was a proper achievement to celebrate that way. So I knew that on this trip I would be my own biggest obstacle, and kind of getting out of my own head would be the most difficult thing for me. So to answer the question whether to listen to your heart or your head, your heart can push you past limits that your mind sets on you. And I learned on this journey that the hardest mountain to climb is the one within.
What'd you think?
Really good.
Really good?